Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafty Author Sew Along. If you are looking to do the big spools quilt along with me, you are in the right spot. So we'll just wait for people to come on in and then we'll go ahead and get started. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. I've had a busy day. I just finished making my quilt table much larger and cleaning out my craft area. It's been a lot. There we go. And let me know if you get any feedback with it going back and forth. Can you all hear me okay? Hi, Sherry. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kathy. I cleaned my sewing room just for you guys today. Trust me, it was a total mess. It had to be done. So I'm going to put the camera down towards my cutting table so that you can see what we're doing here. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing as far as cutting. I haven't even started cutting into this yet. I thought that I would just wait and do it with you guys because I figured that it would be the best way to do the sew along, because my goal is to have this quilt done right around the 19th of March. So with that being said, that means that we're going to have to work on this on our own as well. But tonight we'll start by cutting all the pieces, and then we'll work on it on our own independently. And then next Thursday we'll come back together and we will meet from 6 to 9 or 6 to 8, 6 to 8. And when we do that, we'll just have like an open sew. So I will sew on my sewing machine and we'll start finishing, putting all the pieces and stuff together so that we can actually compete. I cannot speak tonight. Complete this quilt. So I'm excited about it. This is going to be a big quilt. This quilt actually finishes at 89.5 by 98 inches. That's a big, big quilt. So, but I've always wanted to make one of these spool quilts. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I went ahead and looked through my stash. I did have some pre-cuts, and I'll be honest, I've had these for a really long time. So I think I should probably use these in there so that I can use them up. And then I had some honey bun strips that these are 1.5-inch strips, in case you don't know. And let me make sure that that's correct. It is. So they're 1.5 inches wide. And again, these come like they're already pre-cut. So like I said, I had these just hanging around in my stash, and I figured that I should probably just use them up because why not? I just cleaned out everything in my craft room or my quilting room today, and I gave away a lot of stuff, like a lot. So I'm just over it. I was like, get it out of here. So now I'm going to turn the camera down. We do need to cut some yardage of the black because I don't have any pre-cut black fabrics. And so we're just going to start, we're going to get started here. So I'm going to angle this down so that you can maybe see better. if you get a little dizzy, I apologize. I'm trying to really get this so that you can see what I'm doing here. So that this is always the hard part, is getting everything to just kind of work with you. Let's see. You can see what I'm doing here. Can everybody see me okay? All right. So I am going to start cutting into my layer cake. Now, you don't have to use a layer cake. I just find that it's going to be faster for me to go, but by using the layer cake. But you can cut yourself 10-inch squares from fabric that you already have, and that'll work just as good. You're going to need 42 of them is what you're going to need. So I'm just going to grab my rotary cutter here. We're going to get started. All right. So it says that we need to cut our 10-inch squares in half. So we're going to just cut these 5 inches. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to grab a few and just put them down. I'm going to grab a ruler because I forgot to grab my ruler. Okay. And then I'm just going to make a cut. I'm going to line up on the edge. I'm going to line up on the bottom. And that's how we're going to do this. Perfect. All right, here we go. The first cut. So I'm going to take these and make 2 different piles here. Just want to make sure I got that correct. Okay, so there's that one. There's that one. I'm going to flip them over. This fabric is so cute too, by the way. I'll show it to you as we keep going, but like I really love it. I'll show you one of the pieces. Check out how cute these little cherries are. Aren't those adorable? I just love this. I thought this would be so perfect for a spool quilt when I saw it. It just, I don't know why, I just did. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I cannot wait to see how cute this turns out because I know it's going to be adorable. So, as you can see, this is going to be the size of your spool. So you're going to have a 5 by 10-inch spool. So, but make sure you do 2 piles because you're going to need 2 piles of them. No, that would be my husband up there doing something. In case you're wondering what that sound is. Line up. So how is everybody's day today? Look at this one. Isn't that cute? Can you all hear me okay? I can't see the comments for some reason. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I can see it now. Do you guys have any questions for me so far? Hi, Barbara. Cool. I'm glad that you don't have any yet. What do you did you download the free pattern off of Instagram for this? Look at how pretty that one is. Ah, so if you go to my Instagram account, the Crafty Author, Missouri Star actually gifted to my followers a free digital download of this pattern. So if it's something that you want to make, I highly recommend going over and grabbing that. Yeah, so all you have to do is follow me and follow Missouri Star on Instagram, and then you'll get your free pattern. Hey, what's the weather like where you're at? Because I'm in Colorado and it is unseasonably warm here this year. We haven't had a winter at all. We don't have any snow. We had a little bit of rain a couple days ago, but that's about it. We haven't had any since then. So yeah, it's been really dry. It's kind of weird. Not really used to that. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll get some snow. We're supposed to get some tomorrow, but I'm not holding my breath. Rainy and cold. Where are you at? Michigan. Okay. Oh, wow. 8 inches of snow. Send some of that our way. We need some of that. I'm ready for summer, but I feel like we just didn't even have winter, so I can't really be too picky about it because winter hasn't even been that cold. It's been like in the 60s. And actually, we've had like 70 degrees already here. 70-degree weather days. We had almost 80 degrees, I want to say a week or two ago. 85 in Alabama. Okay, I'm jealous. All right, so I got all of those cut now. So these are all done. Thank goodness. So I've got these piles. So what we're going to do with these two piles, just so you know, one of them is going to be for the spools, like I was telling you. And then the other one is going to be the rest of these. They will be the border that goes around your quilt. If I can find a picture of it. So these are the leftover pattern fabrics that we just cut that we're going to put in there as the border. So you can see here how that turns out. Really cool. So yeah. So now I think all we need to do is cut some black. So I have to go get some black fabric because I already have these pre-cuts. Now, if you're not working with a pre-cut, then you're going to need to cut so for the background fabric, which would be this or whatever background fabric you're going to use, you're going to need to cut 22 2.5-inch strips across the width of the fabric. Okay, and then you're going to set those aside, and then you're going to cut 4 1.5-inch strips across the width of the fabric. We're going to need a total of 44 of these. I got to figure out how big to make the black ones. Sorry, trying to read and do this is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay. So 1 yard of accent fabric and 2 yards of background fabric. This backing takes 9 yards of fabric, or you can do 3 yards of 108-inch wide fabric. This is a big quilt. Hot and muggy. It had been for weeks here in Pennsylvania. Oh, wow. Really? Hi, Sue. Yeah, this is like the warmest I think we've had on record here. And I'm a native here, so I don't ever remember it being this warm. You know, it's usually a lot colder. I'm usually complaining about how cold it is, not how warm it is. I'm going to have to cut some yardage for this, I do believe, for the black. Those are 1.5 inch. I'm going to go grab my black fabric and then we'll cut that. Set these all aside. And then I'll be right back. So hang tight. See, that was quick, wasn't it? I had to move my trash can too, so now it's all the way over here in this corner, so it's not the easiest to get to. All right, so I've got some yardage here. Let's cut some of this. I'm just gonna square this up a little bit here on this end so that when I make my cut, it's gonna be nice and straight. And I had that one end that was tucked so it didn't cut straight. So I normally like to use my Quilt to do this because it really cuts it a lot straighter than what I can cut it. But so there we have our strip. I'm just curious, are you guys over on TikTok too, or are you just on YouTube? YouTube, okay, cool. I was just curious. I know a lot of creators do a lot of live videos over there on TikTok. I haven't done one yet, so I've been trying to gauge it where if I want to do some of these on TikTok as well. So, but I will stick to YouTube because I like YouTube best too. Oh, I almost cut that wrong. Almost made it too big. Do you like using pre-cuts, or do you like to cut the fabric yourself? Do you like using yardage or pre-cuts? That's what I'm trying to ask. Both, yep. Me too. I like them both too, for different things. I find that I use more yardage, I think, though, than I do pre-cuts. I don't know why that is. I just do. I know there are some people who use only pre-cuts. I'm going to have black strips for days. I'm telling you that right now. But I'd rather cut more than not have enough and be in the middle of the project and have it not work out. So we don't want to do that. Okay. I'm going to cut a few more, and then I'm going to cut them into smaller, I think the smaller size here. Got to read the directions again. Those pesky instructions. I am too, Kate. I'm trying to use my stash as well. I have so much fabric, it's not even funny. And it's time to do that. So I have a lot of Tula Pink fabric because I love Tula Pink. She's like one of my favorite fabric designers. And so I have like a lot of her fabrics that I need to cut into and start using. I just keep buying it though. And now that I have my t-shirt quilting business, I've been able to order fabric wholesale. So I'm going to be able to start offering that to everybody as well now here in the future. And my website is thequiltedtea.com if you're interested in checking it out. But I will have, oh, I love Tilda too. Love Tilda. I have some Tilda. Actually, I have some sitting right over there. But Tula Pink is releasing a new fabric line in April, I believe it is. And it's all about the sea. And she came out with this new vinyl that's really cool. And I was able to get my hands on a couple bolts of that. And so, you know, I'd love to keep it all for myself, but I can't do that. So I will be offering some of that up on my website. But pretty excited about it. And I love to make bags. I'll show you the bag that I made with her fabric. It's actually a Miami pattern. It's called Running with Scissors. I have this, actually, I have a video on this, but I love this bag. It is so cute. I've made 2 of these so far, and they're so adorable. Just too cute. But and then, I mean, these are perfect for like I do some English paper piecing, and so I put all my stuff in here. But there's like perfect pockets, and I just think it's so cute. I'm just obsessed with it because it's cute. And this is a pressing mat, or in my case, a pin cushion, because I stick all my pins in here. And then I have my little miniature cutting mat here. So, yeah, I mean, it's, thank you. Yeah, I get a little obsessed with these things, so I don't know. I shouldn't, but I think they're cute. And then back here I have this pocket, another zippered pocket. And I have my little quilt notes book in here. It's just graph paper that you can draw on. But what's cool about this little book is in the beginning, in the front of the book, it tells you all the different sizes of quilts that you need, which I like that. So that's my show and tell for the evening. But yeah, so anyway, I can't wait for all those fabrics to come out. And then there is also there's a quilt that's out there called the Supernova, and it's an English piecing. I don't know why I can't speak. English paper piecing quilt. And so I decided that I should be brave and try and do that. I think I'm probably insane is more like it, but so I'm going to do that. It's a sew along with one of the local quilt shops that's here. So I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully I can make it through. It's a 13-month, I think, 13-month quilt. All Tula fabrics, and it's probably going to be a lot of work. I'm still working on the Tula Nova. So, it's funny. My mom said the same thing. My mom's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I know I am, but hey, I didn't say I was going to finish it, but I'll give it a try. So now I'm really hoping that I can finish it, because I think it'll be really, really neat. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. See, that's the other thing. You make so many quilts. It's like, what do I do with these? I've given like quilts to everybody that I know. And my kids are like, Mom, please don't give me any more quilts. Because they have so many. So I don't know. I love making them and giving them to people. So that's what I do. But I'll probably keep that one for myself, I suppose. And, it's just fun. Hi, what's up? I'm live. What's up? Okay. Did Dad leave? I think so. Yeah? Yeah, he did. Okay. Sorry about that. My husband went to Bible study, and but he's not feeling well, so I wasn't sure if he was going to stay home or if he was actually going to go. So he decided to go. Anyway, we need to cut these black strips. And I think we need to cut them. I'm not sure if I want to cut them 10 inches or if I need to cut them a little bit bigger. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Set 8 strips aside for the spool ends and the remaining strips aside for the sashing. It's not telling me how big I need to cut those though. It's showing me how to just sew it straight down like a, what am I trying to say here? Chain piecing. I guess we should just probably start sewing. Okay. So it looks like, when I'm looking at this, it looks like we want to take a 1.5 inch piece like this and sew it on this side. We're going to do this with this side. We're going to do that once we get a bunch of them down. So what they want you to do is they want you to chain piece it like this. So put it there. Going to take another piece, sew it on there. Instead of cutting each individual strip for the piece, it's just a chain piece. So it looks like you can get 3 on here, maybe, if you're using a pre-cut. No, looks like you can get 4 of them on there. No, not too bad. So, why is that one exactly the same? I think we're probably just going to have to start sewing because that seems like the next logical step here. So I think I'm going to have to move the camera over to the sewing machine. Turn that on and we'll get all situated over here. I didn't anticipate that that's what we had to do, so my apologies for that. Okay, if you get dizzy, close your eyes because I've got to lift this up and take you over here with me. Because I didn't get it set up correctly when I was doing it because I didn't think about it. Okay. Okay. All right. Where's my scissors? There they are. Okay. Well, that was painless. So let me so this is how I think they want us to do this. On that big strip, they just want us to start stitching down. So I'll just put these right sides facing each other. And then you just stitch down with a 1/4 inch seam here. Next one. Seems easy enough. make sure I'm getting these the right sides facing up. Thank you. You know, I got this machine off of, I got really lucky. So I bought this machine secondhand. I got it off of eBay because I was looking for a Tula Pink Bernina. And I was like, well, I knew they were going to be really high. And so I just kind of kept looking around. But anyway, I found it. And this one just so happened to be on there. It had, are you ready for this? 24,000 stitches. It came with the embroidery unit as well. So this machine also embroiders. So it does everything. This is the 770 QE. And I got it for 3,500 bucks. And when I took it to my dealer to have it serviced, they were like, man, did you get a good deal or what? It's like a brand new machine because all they used it for was training on the floor. So yeah, I got really, really lucky. I love it. So this machine I bought secondhand and I got it for 3,500 bucks. So this one is, I love this one. And then I have a Brother Dream Machine that I also bought secondhand. So I always try and buy, I try not to buy them brand new. Not that I don't love brand new sewing machines, but I don't know. They're so expensive now. So very expensive. But I figure, you know, it's going to last me forever. So it's worth the money. Plus, I use this machine like every single day. I know. That's what I said too. I couldn't believe it when I got it. I couldn't believe it when I won the auction on it. I was like, holy smokes. I'm just finger pressing these seams open or to the one side for right now. It just makes it easier when you're going to press it. I'm sure you probably know that. Now I'm going to put it on the other side. So I just want to get one of these done so we can see what it looks like, and then I'll just do all the sides all at once. I am really tired. You know, it is, you don't realize how tough it is to clean up all your stuff until you start going through all of it. I'm just, wow. But it's good to do it. I found so much stuff that I don't even use anymore, and I was like, why do I have this in here? You do? You rebuild vintage sergers? How cool. Ah, the K facet. I love K facet too. I have a K facet quilt that I need to finish. It's very pretty, very vibrant. Sitting on my my long arm over here staring at me saying, quilt me. And I'm just like, I need to get it done now. It is for a dear friend of mine who has cancer. And unfortunately, the last quilt that I made for my friend that had cancer, she passed away. And she just passed away last month. So that was kind of tough because that was very unexpected. Okay. Now let's cut these apart and see. This is why I don't like doing it this way. Because I have a routine. I think I'm going to have to cut these. See, and you can. A lot of people like doing it this way, and I prefer to have it to where each piece fits on there. I don't like to chain piece it like this. I don't mind chain piecing, you know, like putting it together, but I don't like doing it this way. So I think I'm going to do it my way, the way that I do it. But just know that this is a way to do it. And I mean, yeah, I guess it's okay, but so now I have to go cut this with the rotary cutter. So I'll be right back with that. So we can see the pieces here, because I don't want to cut it with my scissors and get it all crooked. And then we'll have problems. So just bear with me. I'll be right back over there in just a sec. Probably turn my iron on too, I guess. I hadn't really thought about that either, but. I'm in my pajama pants. Because when I got done and took a shower, I was like, I'm not going to get all dressed up so that I can come down here and sew. So I put on my strawberry shortcakes. Aren't they cute? Okay. So, got to be nice and comfy when we're sewing, right? It's the only way to do it. Okay, so now I've got these guys. I think I'm going to hold off a minute. We're going to let that warm up, and then I'm going to press these with the iron because I really want these to be pressed out very nice. Thank you so much. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. Cancer is a bad thing. That's all I got to say. I don't know anybody who has anything nice to say about it, but I really don't. It took both my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. Took my friend. Actually, it took two of my friends. Took my dog. I hate the stuff, you know? Okay, let's see here. You hear it rumbling over here. Come on. Steam isn't quite ready yet. Oh my goodness. This is my ironing board on my rolling cart that I made. It's a bigger, I custom made this, and I love it. I actually wish I could have this bigger. I talked to my husband about making this bigger for me, and he was like, no. He's like, no. So what I wanted to do is put two of these carts together and then make a really big ironing spot. But number one, I don't have enough room in here for it. And number two, he said there was no way to get these to hold together that he was willing to do. So I was like, all right, well, can't push it, you know. He's done a lot, so. But I really would love to just have like such a huge ironing board. That would be so cool. But this one is plenty big. But when you're doing like a really big quilt, you know, it's nice to have that space. So. All right. So those are done. Oh, I am so sorry about your daughter. That is so very young. Thank you. Zip ties. Oh, look at that. It's really cute. Look at that. It's pretty cute. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, clearly I'm going to have to square these up because, you know, I'm just like raw cutting it, but that is cute. I'm sure it's even cuter when there's more contrast. This one is pretty light colored, so let's see. Let's do it on this one, on the farmhouses, because that one is like one of my favorites. Okay. You see how this is so much easier for me to do. It's just. You just get into a rhythm and a routine and you just go. I probably need to oil my machine. So what's your favorite quilt pattern? The black looks nice. It does, doesn't it? I think it looks really good. It makes it pop. I'm going to go press this out. And oh, that butterfly one is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I'm really happy with it. Super pretty. You know what? This quilt will go really quick. I think it'll be really fast and easy to make this quilt. So that's a good thing. You know, I have some Dr. Seuss fabric that I thought would be really cute with this too, that I had thought about making and like donating it to my grandkids' school because it's so cute. Look at this. Isn't that cute? That turned out so good. I love it. Okay. Well, we're going to keep going since we have all these spools to do. We'll just get it done. Gonna just get her done. Put that over here. Okay. You like traditional more than modern? Yeah. You know what? I do too, actually. One of my favorite quilt patterns is the, oh, what am I doing? You see what I just did? I cut these the same as the black. I didn't cut these. Oh, boy. Pay attention. Okay. I'm telling you, sometimes one of my favorite quilt patterns is the Sawtooth Star quilt pattern. I just think it looks so beautiful and so traditional. Reminds me of like what you would see like on an old type quilt. quilt. See if that's even going to fit that. How lucky are we going to get? Ooh, we just barely made it. I have the log cabin, the Modern Prairie Laura's log cabin quilt kit. And I wanted to start that in January, but I got so busy I couldn't. But I am going to also make that quilt this year because I bought the kit for it. And I do need to finish that. It's actually sitting over there. It's sitting on my shelf waiting to be done. And I tell you, I have so many projects and so many things that I want to do. I swear I don't know if I'm ever going to get through all of them. I'll probably be dead. But I really do like that, that log cabin quilt that she came up with. It's very pretty. I loved watching Little House on the Prairie growing up. That was one of my favorite shows. On. Line up. I should be pinning. I just don't feel like it. Get my tablet here so I can see the comments. Oh, cool. A 4-inch, that's small. I bet that's a little bit, is it tedious to do it at the 4 inches? Okay. I think I should probably just keep going with the white. Get these all sewn on and then do all the black. This is going very quickly, just so you know. Quicker than I thought it would. I'm impressed. Yeah, I understand, Kate. Oh, hi, Carrie. Yeah, I've done that too. It's gonna be a quilt. No, it's a table runner. Yeah. It's probably what's gonna end up happening with that Tula Nova. It's gonna end up being a baby blanket. I'll be like, nope, can't do it. I love this fabric. Isn't that the cutest? I love it. Hi, Delia. Wow, it's been a long time. How are you? My shirt is covered in fuzz, fabric fuzz. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing well. Doing very well. Thank you. Got this on my little side table over here and now it's falling down. Okay. I guess we'll just keep the chain going here. Love the chickens. Oh yeah, pot pot holders. That's great. You can make coasters. You can make coasters and call it done already. You know, I don't know if my puppy's down here. I have a new puppy. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if she's here. She's usually down here with me. Her and the kitten are usually down here. And they're not down here right now, but they get underneath my long arm and they unroll all of the batting and then they lay in it. It's really quite cute, but it's not all at the same time. That's why I'm surprised they're not down here, because they usually are running around making a bunch of noise. They must be sleeping. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for this, for tonight when I go to bed, so that they can be wide awake. So Petey is our kitty, and he just turned a year old. And Lolly, or Lola, is the puppy. She's 6 months old. And I think I'm crazy because I don't know what I was thinking when I said, oh, let's get another puppy and a kitten all at the same time. And then we have Jaxie, who's our older dog, he just turned 5. So they're all pretty young, but when they get going, it is chaotic around here. But I love them. And we actually got the cat for my grandson, who's 6. We ended up getting the kitty really for him because he always wanted a kitty, and his dad was like, no cats. Well, Grandma and Grandpa are like, well, yeah, you can have one. Well, then now he wants a wiener dog, so he was begging us to get him a wiener dog for his birthday. I'm like, no. No more. We have too many as it is. So I might as well just put a stamp on my forehead that says sucker. I'm definitely thinking that this is the much easier way to do this instead of doing it the other way. For me anyway, because I can whip through this a whole lot quicker than having to sit there and stop and put it on that line of thread. I'd rather just, or line of fabric. I'd rather just cut it and let it go. Look at how pretty this blue one is. I like the blue. That's really pretty. This is beautiful fabric. So my mom bought the layer cake for me. We went shopping on Saturday, and she had to pick up some fabric to finish my sister's quilt. And so I was like, well, I was looking at these, and she's like, those are really cute. She's like, just put them in the cart. I was like, okay. So she bought these. And then I showed her the pattern that I was going to make with them, and she's really excited to see it. So. This is really a big quilt, though. You know, I used to be able to make quilts really quick. I used to be able to piece a quilt in like a day or two, depending on the pattern, of course. You know, if it's simple, it's not hard, but now I can't do that anymore. Now it takes me like a week. So now I really have to plan things out. Those milk jugs are cute too. Oh my goodness. And the blue. The blue really makes it pop. You know, I might actually do that Dr. Seuss quilt for my grandkids' school. That would be cute. Maybe I'll do a mini one because I don't think I want to do 42 squares. So cute. That one's going to be a little bit off. It's all right. My stitching wasn't right on money, that one. It's a little bit off. See, I was cold, now I'm warm. I'm breaking a sweat here now because I'm working so hard. Anybody guys got big plans for the weekend? This is all we have left. See how quick that goes? That's fast. Really, really fast. Yep, just sewing. Well, that sounds like a pretty good weekend thing to do. I'll be cleaning, unfortunately, because I was supposed to do it last weekend and I didn't. I just kind of picked up, you know, I didn't do any like scrubbing or anything. So this weekend I will spend my weekend deep cleaning again. Fun stuff. Unless I find something better to do. I watch my kids. Boy, I told you my brain is not working tonight. I'm overly tired. I I have my grandkids every Sunday. So they come over and we hang out and we have a lot of fun. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with them. Probably maybe go to the zoo or something. Sounds like fun, I think. Either the zoo or maybe the museum. I don't know. They really like to do that. So keeps them busy and it keeps them off of their iPads. Oh, I love that with the blessings. Awesome. I should be, but I am, yes, my grandson plays basketball on Saturdays, and I am going to his game this weekend. Normally, they did play soccer, but they didn't play soccer this time around. So he wanted to do the basketball stuff. So he's already 9 years old. Can you believe that, Delia? Seems like he was just born. Look how cute that one is. Isn't that cute? Love that one. 1 week till spring break. Yay! I know. Oh my gosh, 11? That's crazy. It goes by so fast. Too fast. Yeah, my daughter's going to be 36 this year. I don't know. I keep telling her, I don't know who your mom is because I'm not old enough. But seriously, where has the time gone? Seems to be going faster and faster the older I get. Went by so slow when I was a kid. You know, I wanted to grow up and all that stuff, but boy, that was silly. You have 4 great-grandsons. Wow. Oh my gosh, Delia. Oh, I know, it's so weird. So weird, because we're not that old. Yes, Kate was very blessed. 4 grapes. How many people get to say that they get grapes like that? So that's pretty amazing. Guess what? We're down to that last one. Now we just have to put the other side on. Okay, so that was very quick. Oh, this fabric is very linty. Wow. I probably need to give my machine some oil here. That's where I keep all my machine oil in this little bag that I made that I really royally screwed up. So I was like, oh, I'll just keep it and use it. So that's where I put my oil for my machine. How are we on thread? Oh, we're good. I know we're not supposed to blow, but come on. There we go. Break off already. All right. I think I have one more that I need to do. I do have little snips. I could be using those for this, but yeah, scissors work just as good. lot of rectangles. Oh, all right. I don't know. What do you think? Can we get them done? Night, Kate. Have a nice day tomorrow. I'll see you next week. I'm wondering if I can actually get all of the white sewn onto these on all 42 of them. I know we won't be able to get all the blacks on there, but we can just get these done. Man, we're moving right along on this. Uh-oh, come on. Don't be getting stuck. I hate it when it does that, when it bunches up. I know, that's why we use a lead, but, or a leader. Hi, Karen. Nope. Talking to myself again. Isn't that crazy? You too, Delia. Have a great one. And I'll see you next week. Same time, 6 to 8. And if you want that free pattern, just go to my Instagram and download it there. You'll see it up there. It'll tell you the instructions on how to get it. Oh, that does fit. Okay, good. All right. We'll just start with those pieces and see how it goes. Awesome, Karen. We'll see you. Have a great night. Well, we got a lot on there. Uh-oh. I'm not going to have enough of these. I don't have enough white. So I'm going to have to cut some. I'll have to cut some for yardage. Excuse me. I am tired too. So we'll just put these over here because I need to finish. I just need to add that other side, but I need to just cut just a few more of these little white strips because I ran out. And in case you weren't here at the beginning, I was using up an old honey bun that I had that I found in my stash, which is 1.5 inch strips. And so I thought, well, you know what? I might as well use these because they're just sitting here. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using up things that I have out of my stash. So I have 2.5 inch strips that I'll be using as well. But for these, I got a good portion of them done. I'm really pretty impressed with how quickly this goes. Wow, a whole bunch of them down there. I'll say though, I can't believe how linty all of that, how linty these honey buns were. They're pretty bad actually. I don't even remember who it was who made that, so. But I've got quite the mess here. So we'll need to clean this up. I'm just finger pressing my seams. That way when I go to iron them, it'll make it easier. Oh my goodness, did I sewed 2 of them together, look at that. Well, I did that on both sides. What? I'm gonna have to rip this one out and redo it because I sewed them together. You know, it happens to the best of us, right? Can't believe I did that. My chair's all squeaky. Okay, so we're just about to the end here. This. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. That's going to be it for this evening. And if you want to download this pattern, you can go over to my Instagram profile, which is the Crafty Author. So at the Crafty Author. And I have a video, and I also have a picture of this very pattern that is up on my wall there. If you just read through the instructions, it'll tell you how you can claim your free digital downloadable pattern for this. And you can sew along with me and make the big spools quilt. So I will be doing this next Thursday as well from 6 to 8 p.m. And I will do it every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. until March 19th, which is when I'm hoping that we'll actually have this quilt done. So if you're looking to do a fast project and you want to get a quilt done, I'm going to help you do that. So thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. It was fun. I'm super tired. I'm going to go to bed now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend. And I'll see you next week. All right, we'll see you. Bye-bye.